الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا صلى الله عليه وسلم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي إن الحمد لله. Indeed, all praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nahmaduhu. So we gather here to praise Allah. The greatest hamd, God, you are so great, so great, so great. What is the best way to do hamd? Is say, Allah, gimme, gimme, gimme. وَنَسْتَعِينُهُ وَنَسْتَعِينُهُ. Greatest thing that today at the beginning of Jumu'ah I can begin asking Allah, astaghfirullah. I can tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whatever happened last Friday to this Friday, astaghfirullah. Allah, you know what happened before, what happened after, astaghfirullah. So the greatest isti'ana that I could say to Allah, astaghfirullah. And once that happens, the playing field gets leveled. Fair enough? Then you're not a bad guy and I'm not more spiritual than you. So all same playing field. One astaghfirullah takes care of that. The next step, وَنُؤْمِنُ بِهِ وَنَتَوَكَّلُ. That your God is forgiving or not forgiving. You have a belief. Now if He's forgiving, He forgave you. And do you trust Allah? Do you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to say, look, I made the mistake, I don't know if you tell Allah, look, but you make a look, oh my Lord, look, this is what happened. I'm going to try not to do it again. Do you believe Allah heard you and forgave you? وَنَتَوَكَّلُ عَلَيْهِ. I just said that in the Jama'ah. So I told Allah that you believe it. So here today I ask you, and as in the last time I spoke to you, I asked you one phrase. When it comes to trusting Allah, one phrase. And that is, what do you expect from Allah? Everyone believes, Maliki Yawmiddin, you believe there's going to be a day of judgment. What do you expect is going to happen on that day? So you have all these pictures of a heaven and a hell, and it's very clear. But where are you going to be? What are you going to be wearing? The greatest red carpet gathering in the universe, what are you going to be wearing? You might say all of us will be naked, but some of us will be wearing crowns. And some of us will be, when all my mistakes are, all of the mistakes, what will Allah do? He'll pull a curtain. I believe that. So when I make a mistake, I don't say, oh, Shaykh's going to know what I did. No, Allah will, Al-Latif, He's gonna cover my sins. Do you trust God that way? Or is this a crapshoot? Because Vegas is only like 5 hours down the road. So if this is your crapshoot, maybe Jannah, then one natawakkalu alayhi is not for you. And on that thought, if I have agitated something in your head to say, wait a minute, I do trust Allah that way. I trust Allah more than a lottery ticket. I trust Allah more than my favorite team winning its event. I trust Allah that it's going to work out. And on that basis, one inside me. Every one of us knows that Islam is going to get us to Jannah. But does any one of us in this room believe, if I pray 5 times a day, fast, believe in Allah, go for Hajj, and I finish zakah, am I going to become perfect? Does any version of Islam tell you you'll become an angel? No, not at all. So why are we chasing this perfect Muslim and then God will forgive me? It's kind of like the sick person sitting outside the hospital going, when I get healthy enough to go in there, then I'll strut in and be like, I've got a cut. Meanwhile, he's bleeding out on the street, but I'm not worthy of the hospital. You're not making the connection. So today, وَنَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ شُرُورِ أَنفُسِنَا, brothers and sisters, with all your vulnerabilities and all the mistakes you made this week and all the prayers I might have missed, or every show I watched, or every thought I had, or every time I disrespected my dad who's not well, every time I did that, oh Allah, I'm not saying astaghfirullah first. I'm saying I accept. I am here at Jummah with all my mistakes, with everything I watched on the internet, with everything I inhaled, all the breath, all the smoke, all the food. Oh Allah, I'm here. And then say, وَنَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ شُرُورِ أَنفُسِنَا. I have the same aptitude of sinning that you do. If you can sin, so can I. But all of us say, وَمِنْ سَيِّئَاتِ أَعْمَالِنَا. And if you could just for one moment say, look, God, you know what I did. This guy doesn't know what I did, but you know what I did. And the effect of not praying Fajr, for example, you're going to find weakness in your rizq. Finances will decrease. So if you start seeing the effect in life, if you start missing Fajr, what happens through your whole day? You kick yourself the whole day and you feel exhausted. So say to Allah right now, Allah, I did sin. Please don't make me gain the weight from that Fajr Sunday. Oh Allah, don't make me have the effect of the sin. Because many of us assume that lying will hurt me on the day of judgment. Lying will hurt me here and here alone. The day of judgment is in the hands of your Lord. So today, bi'ithnillahi ta'ala, one time, astaghfirullah. Because the entire cocktail, the oxycodone and the antibiotic and the Remicade that's going to get you completely in remission is in one pill. Astaghfirullah. Except you keep saying it as a sinner. And I guess you don't understand. Allah created us to serve. So when you say astaghfirullah, you aren't some filthy guy who watched something dirty on the internet. You aren't some backbiting mother who posted it on Facebook. You're the one who Allah gets to forgive. And that makes you extraordinarily powerful. Because a guy outside who takes medication to get away from his pain doesn't have Allah. So in one sentence, وَنَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ شُرُورِ أَنفُسِنَا وَمِنْ سَيِّئَاتِ أَعْمَالِنَا مَن يَهْدِهِ اللَّهُ فَلَا مُضِلَّ لَهُ. And here's the line in the sand between the guy who comes here because he has to and the girl or brother who comes here because they know God's mercy is here. Those of you who are guided, nobody can misguide. And those of you who don't want to open the curtains and let God's light in, I could give khutbah upside down on one arm. Ain't not going to do nothing for you. Nothing will happen to you. So today, when I say, وَنَشْهَدُ Shar'an, I cannot say وَنَشْهَدُ. You know that? Islamically, I'm not supposed to say, and we believe. Why not? You got to do it in your own. So when I say, myself, friends. I take responsibility over myself. And as soon as you believe in God, God tells you you're real. And as an application of that, I ask you, what do you believe Allah is? The God who set this up like a play and He's watching? Like an episode of Friends? Oh, who's going to kill who? Or did God write this script? I have a very good feeling that my seniors and the youngsters who've been in a tough time in their life and said, oh Allah, if you get me out of this one, tahajjud, Islam, Quran, hijab, even if I'm not a woman, I will do it all. I'll do everything at the same time. And what do you get? Allah picks you up out of your difficulty. And then where do you go? Man, you know how hard I had to work for this? You know how hard No. We leave God at the door. Except it's like you're stuck inside some gathering and you know your big brother's outside. So you're talking a big talk to everyone because big brother today, as khutbah has not genuinely started. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. If you would sit up in a posture of dignity for a few moments and say, I believe that my opinion of Allah matters. And Allah wants me to matter. So if you could, I don't know if you need the Tony Robbins angle, like make a decision. Believe in yourself. And I believe God said that before He wanted you to believe in Him. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I'm going to recap because you're too smart for me to give a general khutbah. Say astaghfirullah, God loves you. You know that. What I would like to do today is ask you all to contemplate one simple idea. That He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sent one prophet, Noah, and asked Noah after 900 years, alayhi salatu wassalam, God asked a progress report. There's PTS reports. God asked a report from His employee and said, what have you been doing for 900 years? Nuh alayhi salam comes, and you all know this, Surah Nuh, Surah 71, ayah number 8 through 9. فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا the God, the boss, the king of the universe. And Noah says, and you know this, Noah says, I told everyone to say astaghfirullah. And I told them that God is, will be, and forever is the most forgiving. Ghafara. 900 years to get 1 point. They didn't have to pray, they didn't have to grow a beard, they didn't have to give interest or take interest or stay away from interest. They just had to say astaghfirullah. But you know that. So today, would you acknowledge that you are one of the most valuable people in this land mass that we can stand on in the moment that you say astaghfirullah? If you could acknowledge that in one moment and say astaghfirullah, and then not say, oh Allah, I'm a sinner, but recognize, oh Allah, I have every opportunity to recognize this thing I did, it's hurting me. Astaghfirullah. Because brother, how can I say, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, I believe in Allah, astaghfirullah, I ask God for forgiveness, but then I do things to harm myself. I make decisions that throw me off. I'm late. I'm not responsible with my spouse. How can I then say, God, I need this? So today I'm going to leave you with a simple phrase, because our Nabi constantly asked us to do one thing. And being a youngster in America, I don't know if maybe you guys, I never heard the word imagination in khutbah. So now I started looking through hadith. Is there any word of imagination in hadith? So can anyone figure, did I find the word imagination? No. Except then I found like 20,000 hadith that kept telling me, Jannatin tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. There will be a paradise, and anything you can imagine, it will be better. So today, I'm asking you to stop asking God for things, because the brother who went on Hajj with me, and this is an actual fact, and he prayed for a Lamborghini. Did he get a Lamborghini? Yeah. And then he came back and he said to me in California, yo man, you didn't tell me to pray for like the insurance and that it doesn't get scratched and that I have a place to put it. And so if an average Joe gets a Lamborghini, have they prepared themselves for that? So maybe you want something exotic, you want some token from this world. Today I ask you to begin to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for experiences, i.e. the acceleration of a certain car, or doing fantastic in school, or coming home irritated and leaving your irritation at the door and talking to your wife and saying, your day was good? That's fantastic. Being able to do that, ask Allah for experiences. So today, I ask you to not keep making du'as and saying, oh Allah, it's not coming. But I ask you to make 1 or 2 du'as again and again. And then prepare your surroundings. And I'll give you the example, if it works for you. If you're asking for the Lambo, clean out the garage. If you're asking for the Lambo, clean out the garage, empty out all your savings, put it into a gas fund. I'm serious. If you want to be surrounded by a certain thing, and then, Allah, don't make me arrogant through this thing. Because you want Allah to give you a coffin that's going to send you to hell? What a dumb thing to ask in Hajj. Oh Allah, I came here so you could send me to hell. Help me, friends. As I sit for the khutbah, I ask you to identify God and say, oh Allah, I believe in you with this guy or without this guy, with this room or without this room. And because I believe in you, astaghfirullah. And once you've gained forgiveness, 10 seconds, ask Allah for an experience. Maybe coming home and not being irritated by your kids. Maybe when your wife starts talking to you, you feel more relaxed. I can't imagine what experiences you want. I have 5 children. So my youngest one got sick. And the first time your kid gets sick, what happens? Allah, I'll read the whole Quran. I'll go to Hajj 10 times. I will make Hajj in their name. I'll do all sorts of things. And then your kid gets better. And then what happens? Like, hey, let's go back to the beach and let's go swim in the pool again. You don't mind to take the chance. All I'm asking you to do is don't be afraid. Let Allah be your insurance. Take the chance. And then when you're like, oh my God, I'm afraid, I feel vulnerable. Between the khutbah, there is no dua that is rejected, except you're afraid to say, God, you hear me? So I only ask you this. For those of you who don't think your duas could be answered, I never came to this building. I only gave khutbah in that building. And then I said in that building, oh Allah, could we make the masjid just a little bit bigger? Program could be a little bit better. I don't know. I think, wallah, 1 year. October I left for Hajj last year. So right before, in August, September I came here. And with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy, maybe that was 2 years, Allah did it. And I'll give you Albert Einstein's quote and then start asking Allah. He said, either nothing is a miracle or everything is a miracle. Be the second half. Ask Allah for a miracle and bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, wait and prepare yourself for that which He gives. Wa la dhikrullahi akbar. Allah. May you experience the end of hopelessness. May you experience the end of depression. May your anxiety be silenced. And may paranoia be that of something of the past. Allahumma afina fi badinina. Please close your dua. Close the experiences. I don't know if someone just made dua to skydive. Just make a lot more duas after that. Whatever experience you ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't come back to me surprised when you get it. Just be prepared to open yourself up to more goodness. There's a simple idea. In the first khutbah, we asked you, before I start second khutbah, I asked you to believe in yourself. And so there's this idea that's going on about universal law, and people are like, so what does Islam have to say about this? I don't want to Islamicize everything. But you know this idea of what you intend will come to you? If you have a positive mind, I want to have a relationship with this man, I want to see his face in Hajj. You all understand this concept of universal law. If you want something, you keep wanting it, things will come in your path, they'll bring it your way. I want you to just think about one hadith as we start the second khutbah. That'll really open you up. When the Prophet ﷺ, when Imam Bukhari started the great Bukhari, the great, what hadith did he start with? And what hadith, Arba'in Nabawi, so many great hadiths rather, have started, innamal a'malu binniyat, right? So indeed, your actions are based on your intentions. And every person will get that which they intend. So, I don't know if you needed some secret or Deepak Chopra to explain that to you in some cool way. My Nabi said it. You get what you want, friends. You think Islam is a bunch of rules and halal and haram? Wallah, you will find it. You will find a bunch of people who are cutting each other's heads off because Allah said so. So you want that? It's there. Except there is another version where God is looking down and He's looking out for you. So as we start the second khutbah, I'll pique your question, your thought with the second question. Is Allah looking, watching you? Or at this point in your life, Jummah after Jummah, Hajj after Hajj, is astaghfirullah after astaghfirullah, is Allah watching out for you at this point in your life? You got to that's a mental shift, friends. I can't tell you that you have to go through adversity and then you'll rise like Batman. I can't tell you that. You got to choose that. So as I start the second khutbah, please recognize Allah allowed you to hear these words for a reason. So why is God knocking on your door and saying, you're missing the picture here? You'll get whatever you want, just intend it. So bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, in the second part of the khutbah, sit in the posture as if God was speaking, as if God was giving you what you wanted. Because when we sit in readiness and say, oh Allah, I was waiting for that glad tiding of Jannah. Allahumma ameen. If we respect ourselves, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Universe brings salam upon you. Allah. People that I meet on a Friday, believer or not believer, covering or not covering, makeup or no makeup. Can I pray that I'm probably going to live 5 blocks down from you in Jannah, right? If I could wait for 5 minutes a day and say, most likely I'll live next to Shaykh in Jannah. I will know where he lives. I will ask a mu'aqqil in Jannah. So where did that guy live? So if I'm going to come and meet you in paradise for a day a week, just to entertain the idea of a kingdom and of a heaven and of a God who loves, why not pretend I'm going to live next, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-jannah, that I'm going to live next to him. He wants a big house with a big property. Khalas, it'll take a long time to get into your house. I'm still going to live next to you, and I won't be a Justin Bieber neighbor. I'll be a good neighbor in Jannah. And that's all you have to do, is be able to say, I will live next to these people, so why would I treat them differently? I ask you the single thought to finish the khutbah, those of you who came late and don't understand how to take something tangible away from this. Astaghfirullah, believe in yourself, ask Allah for the exotic things you want in life, in experiences. Don't ask for the car, ask for the ability to represent it, to drive it. Don't ask for the medical degree, ask for the ability to heal people. Try to expand that horizon. But if you got nothing, metaphysically, I ask you one question today. For all of us who smoke or take time out to watch a TV show for many hours, just to unwind, it's called numbing. For those of us who take part in numbing activities, all of us do, from the legal to the illegal. And when we take part in these, all I ask is, I'm not telling you to stop smoking or watching your TV or doing both at the same time. When you start, would you do one activity that Allah does and you get to do? Would you include yourself and say, look, God, I'm about to have a great time. I'd like to do something with you first. If you're willing to challenge the system, if you're willing to challenge the notion of a God, before you pick up the remote, I ask you, did Allah pray Fajr this morning? No, Allah didn't. Does Allah go for Hajj in a month? Ain't no Allah going for Hajj. What does Allah do that you do? Inna Allah. Perfection. I don't know how God is, but whatever and however I perceive Him, God says, Yusalluna ala Nabi. Y'all know my Nabi? You know his name? Yeah. Muhammadin Mustafa, and I will twist your thought just a little bit more. So if Muslims are going to be banned, let's be Muslim. Let's be really Muslim, like full of love, full of salam, full of salawat. So if we're all going to get ID card and they think, then at least when they gather us all up, we should glow. Right? We'll be stretching out, doing better than the yogis because our salah is better. Our diet is from fasting. We make salawat so we glow like lightning bugs. I think this will be a good show. So bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, next time you want to do something with God, say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Next time you eat scoops and scoops of ice cream or sprinkles cupcakes, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. One time, entertain the idea that God's not only there when you messed up beyond galore, but God's there when you enjoyed that scene in the car chase. God was there when you peaked moment on your song. God was there. He just said, be careful, my love. These things are dangerous in between. As we go for the salah, I ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open to you three things. Allahumma zayyinna bizinatil iman. You live in California, so I pray that your belief in God is not only in your heart, but you mentally believe that there is a God, a creator of the universe, a source code of all of this. The fact that you believe that, may it permeate through your skin. May it permeate through your hair follicles. May it permeate through your eyes. May it correct your vision. May it give you alignment and better posture. May your belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you whiter teeth. My Nabi made this dua. And he said, وَلَحْمِ نُورًا. So may your flesh, without the tanning salon, begin to emanate with the light that is not from God. It's already in you. You just feel it go up and down when someone talks about it. So when you all look beautiful, except when I point at you and say, hello, then you say, Allahu Akbar, and you feel beautiful. But you were I am already more beautiful. وَجَعَلْنَا هُدَاتًا مُهْتَدِينَ. And may God make you from the rightly guided guides. The time has expired. As we go for salah, I only ask that you identify the crest of your hips. This takes a toll on your spine. Right? After a while, this takes a toll. If you identify the crest of your hips, when my Nabi made ruku, when he made ruku, what did the Sahaba say? Sound narrations. Did the water roll off his back when it rained? Or did it pile between L1 and L5? Did it puddle? It puddled. So if your Nabi had a full extended spine, pray like your Nabi. Be like your Nabi. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And may the rest of the week be full of light. Inna Allah ya'muru bil-'adli wal-ihsani wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal-munkari wal-baghi wa la dhikrullahi akbar wallahu ya'lam ma tasna'un. Aqim as-salah. Allah. Hayy. La ilaha illallah. Istawu, make straight lines, leave no gaps between your shoulders. Try to make your lines straight when you get up from sajda. I'm requesting that guy to turn off his cell phone. The one with the disco beat that goes off in the second rak'ah. If you could please take care of your phone now. Don't be that guy. Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. إياك نعبد وإياك إذا جاء إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله. سبحان ربي سبحان الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن إياك نعبد واهدنا الصراط قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله من شر الوسواس من الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله. سبحان الله. الله أكبر. Allahu Akbar. Subhana Rabbi. Subhan. Allah. Tahiyatu lillahi wa salam. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alayna wa ala ashhadu an la Allah. كما صليت الله كما بارك ربي قم الصلاة السلام السلام استغفر الله استغفر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام حينا وادخلنا دار السلام يا حي يا قيوم. If you are choosing بإذن to come for tonight's program, which is from Maghrib to Isha, please bring a paper and pencil. Greatly appreciated, something to write down and capture the knowledge with, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. I'll typically make dua here. Typically. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام حينا وأدخلنا دار السلام يا حي يا قيوم. اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وأعمالنا من الرياء وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة فإنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور. اللهم بارك لنا في أسماعنا وأبصارنا وقلوبنا وأزواجنا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. حسبي الله.